I'm Amber Klaus.
And I'm Jenna Luebbers.
On this edition of 489 News, Mayor Henry Schwaller declares Entrepreneurship Week.
And Laughlin Elementary students learn the importance of electricity.
These stories and more on this edition of 489 News.
This is 489 News, connecting the community to education.
Government students of Miss Masca, Mr. Ballman, and Mr. Butte recently took part in Kids Vote Kansas. The high schoolers counted votes from kindergarten through 12th grade classes to see who won important political positions at the state and national level. Here's more on the story.
19 Hayside government students recently counted 568 votes in the Kids Voting Kansas. Kids Voting Chairwoman Laura Hurdle explains to the students how to tally up the votes from the different precincts around the city of Hays. When the counting was completed, incumbent Sam Brownback, Pat Roberts, Tim Huelskamp, and Sue Boldra were all re-elected to their government positions. Reporting for 489 Television, this is Dan Ballman.
Hays Mayor Henry Schwaller and the Hays High DECA chapter declared this week as Entrepreneurship Promotion Week. I got the chance to speak with local downtown business owners and hear what owning their own business is all about. According to the Talent Tribune in December of 2014, Hays was on the list of 10 best places to open a small business. The downtown Hays district is always changing and continuously growing. The local entrepreneurs are the reason that downtown Hays is such a successful place to open a small business. We got the chance to talk with some of the local business owners to see how they begun their journey.
Hi, I'm Karen Dreiling. I'm from the Furniture Look in beautiful downtown Hays. Been in business for almost 24 years and it's been a blast. Entrepreneurship is something I think everybody should try. Follow your passion, follow your dream, surround yourself with very successful people, and always remember integrity means everything.
I'm Leland Olive, and I am the owner of Couture for Men and Women in downtown Hays. I've had Couture for Men for 7 years, and I opened Couture for Women 1 year ago. I decided I wanted to move downtown. Downtown is, they're really trying to rebuild it and get it going and be a spot for tourists and everyone to come to. So I wanted to move my store down here, and when I came down here, I decided to open Ladies as well. Why I opened my store mainly was I was with a department store, and they are more box stores and they don't really get the needs of your community. So I wanted to open my own store where I could get the fashions and try to do what my customers were actually looking for, and I could do the buying for them and have in town what customers are asking for. And I love being my own owner. You can set your own hours downtown. Everyone works real well. It's a real fun place, a real great working environment. Everyone works real well with one another. We coordinate events together, and downtown's a great place to be.
Hi, I'm Dustin Rhodes. I'm the owner of Diamond Art Jewelry in downtown Hays. I started my business about 3 years ago in October of 2011. I started in the jewelry industry and worked in the industry for a couple of companies starting in college, and I eventually found myself in Kansas City at a high-end jeweler in Kansas City, and I started my business because I wanted to move back out to western Kansas. I've had 2 moves since I first started. I started in a small office And then I moved to a bigger location at 1008 Main Street, and then now into our bigger one at 807 Main. And everything's been going good here. The reason why we're downtown is the traffic downtown is not necessarily as high a traffic, but our business doesn't need that. We're what's called a destination store. And but the downtown does a really good job of bringing people into my store and letting people see what we have to offer, and then if they happen to ever be in the market, then they know that we're a place that they can get the things they're looking for.
As part of our entrepreneurship promotion plan, we'd like to thank and recognize all the local entrepreneurs and business owners in the Hayes community. Mayor Henry Schwaller and the Hayes High DECA have declared this week as Entrepreneurship Promotion Week.
Students from O'Laughlin Elementary learned a great deal about electricity as Midwest Energy Representative Brian Dreiling spoke with Wendy Zimmerman about the importance of electricity in our daily lives.
Mr. Dreiling, can you tell me what was the whole purpose of telling the kids a little bit about energy and electricity today?
Well, at Midwest Energy, safety is one of our main focuses, and in order to do that correctly, we have to go out and we talk to the young children in our communities, and we show them a little bit about how safety works, how sometimes it doesn't work like it should, how dangerous it can be, and also we have some fun. We do some experiments, a lot of hands-on things.
Can you tell me one thing you learned about energy?
I learned that energy is just particles to run our everyday appliances.
Can you name an example that you use in the household that deals with energy or electricity?
A lamp, which is current electricity, so we can light our homes.
And we also talk about conservation, about how expensive electricity is for us to produce and how saving it is a good idea. We use a whole different variety of visual effects. Behind us we can see that we have a mock-up of a town, basically, with power lines, people, vehicles, buildings, and we kind of show how different things use energy, how things could fail, and how people could get hurt if they don't follow the rules.
What's one thing you learned about energy today?
That if you stuck something up in the air, it shorts electricity in the wires.
And what was your favorite part?
The static ball thing.
Oh, where you stuck your hand on there?
Yeah.
Did you like shocking people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he stuck his hand really close to my hand, and he had a ring, and it had a lightning bolt.
What's one thing you learned about electricity?
That there's over like 500,000 volts in like a power line.
And what was your favorite part?
When my hair stuck up and I could shock people.
If it's cookies, cakes, pies, or detail cars you're after, look no further than Hayes High's Helping Hands class. Mrs. Kim Dinkle and Mrs. Kelly Carleen share more on this unique course.
Hello, I'm Kelly Carleen, and I'm one of the instructors at Helping Hands.
And I am Kim Dinkle, and this is my first year as an instructor at Helping Hands.
Helping Hands was started back in the 90s. We wrote a Title VI-B grant that allowed us to create the facility and the business of Helping Hands. The students run the business, they do the bookwork, they do the car detailing, and they run our professional bakery.
This year, Mrs. Carleen is in charge of the car care. She is their supervisor. I am the supervisor for the business. And then we have two amazing paras that help us out, Mrs. Summers and Mrs. Hayes, in the bakery area. And of course, we float in and out of all areas to help one another out through the semester.
Our car detailing has really taken off this year. Last year we were unable to do it because we didn't have enough students to run that particular portion of our business. This year we have 22 students. We detail 2 cars a day, and after doing some research, we detail cars for about half the price of other car detailing businesses in Hayes. It includes the inside clean completely, hand wash from the outside, and a hand wax. So it is a phenomenal value for the community. So we would love to have people call in and book us to have their cars detailed this winter.
In our bakery, we do adhere to very, very strict safety and sanitation regulations.
Follow the state.
We do follow guidelines, and the students just fall right into line with that. They know exactly what's expected. Our products, we are very proud of. We have breads, and this year we have narrowed down to poppy seed bread, pumpkin bread, and banana bread. And our popcorn balls are extremely popular so far this year. The kids are having their hands full of popcorn, but we have plain popcorn balls and M&M popcorn balls. And then we have a variety of cookies that we offer. We have M&M cookies, chocolate chip cookies, snickerdoodle, sugar cookies, decorated or undecorated. We can add raisins to the oatmeal cookies, and we kind of just aim to please our customers. We can buy or we can sell cookies 1 dozen at a time, or we can sell 5 dozen cookie boxes.
We also do decorated Christmas cookies, Easter cookies, Thanksgiving cookies, and those are sugar cookies that are cut and then decorated with frosting for special holidays. If you're interested in any of the services that our students can provide to you, please call the number below. Thank you.
In his most recent edition of Let's Talk About That, 489 News reporter Jacob Alexander looks at the combat mode of rattlesnakes.
Guys, so today we're talking about rattlesnakes, as you saw in the opening scene, and we're actually going to have this be a 2-part episode because something pretty spectacular happened as we were recording. As you're about to see, I'm sitting down with 4 rattlesnakes in front of me, and I was talking about how these rattlesnakes come from different areas and look completely different, but they're the same species. Now, 2 males were in this group, and we had no idea that they were going to do what they actually did. And what this is they're fighting for a female. So one of the other 2 happened to be a female. So I'll let you take a look at what happened. It's pretty cool. So we have here before us a species of rattlesnake called the speckled rattlesnake, and as you can see, it's called that because of its color variation. And they actually have this color to blend in with the granite that's found in the areas that they live in. You can see we have 4 different ones.
So as you can see, I was completely caught off guard here. Now these 2 male rattlesnakes are starting to fight now. It's not really a fight per se. They're really just more or less wrestling. One is trying to pin the other one to the ground, and they'll try to flip each other even. Now this video is sped up by 10 times because this actual event took over 45 minutes, and they can even go up for an entire day. So now you see these 2 speckled rattlesnakes, which come from completely different areas and look completely different, are fighting, which is really cool, and you don't get to see this a whole lot. Actually, one of the scientists we were with, he has been doing this for 34 years, studying snakes, and he's only seen this 1 other time in the wild. So you see there, that was a pretty big hit. Now they'll do that over and over again. Now, what happens is they'll get tired over time, and they'll actually have breaks, defined breaks. And it was interesting as we were sitting there watching this because they would stop for periods, and they actually stopped 4 different times. So we kind of declared it as 4 different rounds. Now, you see this is just going to go on for a really long time, and I'll let you watch this. Here's one of those breaks I was talking about. You can see they're actually stopped and they're not really paying attention to each other. And here they go at it again. Again, this is sped up 10 times because this did take a very long time. A couple interesting facts about these particular species of rattlesnakes is they're a mid-range rattlesnake, so mid-sized. They are hefty-bodied like most other rattlesnakes, and you can really tell that they use that weight to try to flip the other ones. At this particular point, we were witnessing these particular rattlesnakes wrestling, and it'd been about, 30 minutes in at this point, and you're starting to see, that winner, and the winner ends up being the white one. The white one, you can tell now, probably not right now, but you can tell is a little bit shorter than the other one, but it is a little bit heftier. Another interesting fact is the white rattlesnake is actually older than the darker, larger rattlesnake. So we might see something like skill and knowledge play into these fights. Another interesting fact is that these speckled rattlesnakes get their coloration from the granite that is found in their area. So you can get anywhere from pinks to almost kind of yellows, and you can see this white one and the darker one. You also get a lot of reds and sometimes even blues because of the granites that they're found in. They're one of the most colorful species of rattlesnakes, and personally, they're one of my favorites. So we're starting to get to the end of this battle, and you can see they're starting to get a little bit slower. They're not flipping each other quite as much, but you can still see that the white one is getting a little bit more leverage. He's mainly on top of the other one, pushing him down a lot more. And here you go. They're starting to get to the very end, and there you go. We have a winner.
So guys, that was our show. I hope you learned a little something about snake combat and how it's really kind of a beautiful, elegant thing, almost like a dance. So stay tuned for part 2 of this episode coming soon.
I'm Amber Klaus.
And I'm Jenna Luebbers.
For more on the latest headlines from around the district, go to our website.
And follow us on Facebook and Twitter at 489 News. Thanks for watching.
I'm thankful for my father. He has MS and he's just kind of been really good about it and a good sport about it.
I'm thankful for my family and friends.
I'm thankful for my friends and my family and sports.
I'm thankful for having food.
I am very thankful for my family and my job and my good health.
I'm thankful for houses and people and work.
I'm thankful that I'm going to be a grandma this year.
I'm thankful for my friends and family.
What are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for my health. Hold on, look in the camera.
Oh, you can, yeah.
Okay. I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for people I have to work with.
I'm thankful for my food, my shelter, and my family and friends. I'm thankful for my family, my friends, and food.
I'm thankful for my mom for bringing me to life. I'm thankful for my family, my house, and my friends.